It's day 354.
of the 29th year and beyond. Well, today, sort of reflecting,
Okay.
and today is what, the 6th, right?
Today is the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 6th. And our anniversary is on the 18th.
Yes. 12 days away.
Yeah, so we're 12 days away from being married 30 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And I really wanted to, over the next 10, 12 days, um, sort of reflect back on some different things.
Okay.
But I thought today we'd talk about ground zero.
Ground zero. Okay. Unpack that for me.
Well, ground zero, if you're talking about a virus or something like that, you talk
Where it
about
all began.
where it all began.
Oh, okay.
Right, so that's where it all began.
That would be the Flower.
Yes, the Mayflower
The
Hotel.
Mayflower Hotel. When it was owned by Stofers.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't know who owns it now. I think it's the Marriott, but it's the last time I went to visit.
I remember.
Oh my goodness, I was so disappointed because the Mayflower was known as the Grand Dame.
Yes.
Just elegance and sophistication, and I mean, my goodness, they have a UPS in the lobby now. I mean, it's just crazy. But anyway, I digress.
Yes, you did. So, ground zero, where it all began. And, I had to think about where I was at when we met.
Okay.
I, had come out of a couple of relationships and really wasn't looking for one. And,
I was definitely at the same point. I had come out of one of my only year relationships.
it was a short one. Yeah.
And I was not looking to get into a relationship at all. I remember the first time I laid eyes on you, I thought you were attractive. I thought you were a nice person, but I was not remotely interested in pursuing or even contemplating a relationship with you or anybody else.
Mm-hmm. So, number one, we weren't looking.
No, we weren't. And as a matter of fact, we worked at the Mayflower for a year before we actually went out, and we worked in two different areas of the hotel. So I mean, it wasn't like we worked side by side, and I would just see you periodically.
Yeah, our paths did cross.
Yeah, we would speak. You know, we were pleasant.
Right.
But that was it.
That was it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was it.
Until that fateful day, like I said, a year later, when you and I had an opportunity to eat in the employee cafeteria, and we spent like, oh my goodness, because you were getting off,
Right.
but we spent like an hour or maybe a little more,
Yeah.
just talking, and everything was just like this. It just blended so well, and we were both off the next day.
Yes.
And we decided to go out for dinner. Yes,
And
I remember it well.
that is how it all began. That was ground zero.
That was.
And then, like you said, so many things just, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, it just fit like hand in glove. I mean, it was so, for lack of a better word, so perfect that it was frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, two, was not forced.
No, very organic. But the interesting thing was this. I guess maybe a little bit prior. It had been a little bit more than a month before you and I had the encounter there with being able to have that meal together. That I had prayed to God to send me who He wanted me to have.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
it was, and maybe it had been maybe about somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks after I had that prayer that we had the encounter. So it was definitely, from my perspective, a divine appointment. Yeah.
Okay. So, there you have 3 points right there.
What are
Ground
the 3
zero.
points? What are the 3 points?
Well, the first one was it wasn't forced.
Now, first one, we weren't looking.
Oh, we weren't looking.
Number two, wasn't forced.
And number 3,
A divine
appointment. All right, there you have it. So that's the 3 first things of ground zero for our marriage. This walking down on 30 years, and I'll also take some pictures of ground zero of us getting Amber out the door.
Until tomorrow,
Until tomorrow.
if the Lord says the same.
Bye.